What's going on, fans? This is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. For everyone, subscribe. Let's speak boxing. What are we going to speak about? We're going to speak about Adrien the Problem Broner taking on Theophane. Where, when? Friday night, Spike Television. It's going to take place in D.C., but D.C. is not the place to be. The place to be is at the little MGM. Where's the little MGM? It's not in Vegas. It's not the MGM. It's the little MGM. It's at George the Boxing Genius house in Shenandoah, Florida, and Kissimmee, Florida, and Orlando. That's where we're going to take place. That's where we're going to do the post-fight, pre-fight predictions. We're also going to talk about hot topics, hot discussions, because we got to play catch-up. We have been not so active in SBM Boxing. SBM Boxing is a huge family-oriented channel. What are we? We're actually big boxing fans. You got myself, you got George the Boxing Genius, Angel Chino Sanchez, Waki You Don't Say, Clyde the Godfather, Josephine Suave Tate, just a bunch of us. All we do is cover boxing, post-fight, pre-fight predictions, and we just shoot the shit. And we're just, like I said, a bunch of boxing fans. But anyways, Adrien the Problem Broner, that's exactly what he's been in the last couple of days, in the last couple of weeks, is a big problem. A lot of problems outside the ring, inside the rings with Big Bro, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just a lot of hostility between both camps. Now, I understand that you got to sell the fight. Adrian's going to be Adrien, you know, and I think it's funny, you know. I'm not discrediting Adrien the Problem Broner whatsoever. Broner's a hell of a fighter. I always go for Broner. I think he has the skills to pay the bills, and I think he's getting better and better. But his ego and his head's getting bigger and bigger, you know. And I think he needs to be realistic at times. I understand he had some top-notch fights. I understand he moved up in weight very, very fast and drastically and things like that. But, you know, like on the hypes, he was sitting there complaining that, you know, I'm not used to fighting on Fridays and stuff like that. I understand that you won the vacant title. I understand that you got the WBA light welterweight title, which we'll talk how the hell you got that. You were in no position to win that. But why are you surprised that you're fighting on Fridays? You know, the major fights you've lost. You've lost the major fights. You lost to Marcus Madonna. You lost to Sean Porter. I understand that you won unanimous decisions against John Molina Jr., Emmanuel Taylor, Carlos Molina, and things like that. But when it comes to Sean Porter and Marcus Madonna, you completely lost. But I understand that there's some variables involved. You know, you jumped up 2 weight classes. You took on Paulie Najee. You beat Paulie Najee. Respect to that. You know, your first fight in that weight class, you jumped up 2 weight. You took his belt. I get it. But it's not hard to maintain the weight. But I know your head just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what? And the thing about it is, you know, I see Floyd Mayweather. I hate to keep mentioning Floyd, but I know that's his big bro. And that's, you know, I have to mention him in this because it's just, I have to speak about the hostility between him and Floyd. But, you know, Floyd, people pay to see Floyd lose. Everybody knows that. You know, he talks shit. He does a lot of shit. He built a reputation. And honestly, he's played the bad guy for a long time. But at the end of the day, skills pay the bills, and true boxing analysts and people that know boxing, that's fought and things like that, they look at his ability, they see his ring generalship, and they see when he brings to the table as far as his work ethics and stuff like that, and his skills are beyond measure. I'm sorry about that and get a little rocky. I'm actually driving, so I'm not parked on the side of the road. I see a lot of boxing channels starting to cover boxing, just driving and shit like that. But hey, boy, I'm actually driving. So anyways, yeah, you know, but Floyd knows how to split the script. I mean, turn the switch off. You know, he knows when he's on camera, he got to play a certain role. But Adrien, he's done a hell of a job. He's funny as shit. But he's like that, man. This guy doesn't know how to flip the switch off. I think he's generally like that. And ignorance is crazy. On and off camera, it is what it is. I respect him as a fighter. But you know, I think he needs to calm down and bring it down a notch, you know? Because at the end of the day, Theophane, it's expected. He's expected to win this fight. I don't know why he's being a bully and shit like that. I know he's trying to sell the fight and stuff like that, but enough's enough, man. You lost to Sean Porter. You lost to Sean Porter. You know, you're one loss away from being done. You know, you're going after Mayweather, you're talking shit. Maybe, I don't know, on the backside, maybe Mayweather's trying to line up his 50th fight, and who better than to go against his opposing little bro that's been following his footsteps, that Mayweather's been backing, and Mayweather's taking his shit personal and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe on the backside, maybe they're smarter than anybody else in controlling emotions. But that'd be a cheap way to go out. Floyd, besides the Andre Berto, I think fighting Adrien the Problem Broner puts a cherry on the cake as far as your legacy, but I don't see him fighting that. But if he is going to do that, I see the build up there. I won't be surprised. But as far as like, just calm down, man. You know, as far as I understand that you're a title holder, but you really, really got to take knowledge as far as how you got that title. You know, it was a vacant title. A vacant title after you coming off a loss fighting Sean Porter. You know, you fought Sean Porter, and then the dude that you fought, I don't even remember. I think his name's Khalib or something like that you fought. He came off a loss as well. He lost to Jesse Vargas, so both of you guys came off a loss. One lost to Jesse Vargas, and Jesse Vargas, who beat Khalib, he didn't even get the title fight. He didn't even get the title fight. Even though he was the victor, he didn't even get the title fight whatsoever. It was the guy that he defeated, Khalib or whatever, got the title fight. And then you got Adrien the Problem Broner coming off a loss. Both guys came off a loss, and they get a title fight. How the hell does that happen? Broner, how does that make sense? You know how that makes sense? Big bro must have helped you out. I don't give a fuck what, you know, Al Heyman and shit like that. No, Mayweather calls the shots. Fuck that. Mayweather calls the shots, and it is what it is. But anyways, how do I see this fight happening? You know, Adrien the Problem Broner, for those that don't know, he's 32-2. I mean, 31-2. Ashley Theophane, his last 5 fights, he's won. He's won his last 5 fights. You know, his most recent fight was Steve Chambers. And he's 31-6. I know a lot of people are saying that, you know what, Ashley Theophane, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, he's a good fighter. But they're comparing him to Danny Garcia. You know what? You know, Danny Garcia almost lost to him. A lot of people thought Ashley Theophane won this fight. Yeah, but this fight was a long time ago. This was before Danny Garcia beat Zab Judah. This is before Danny Garcia beat Amir Khan. Before he beat, Lucas Matisse and shit like that. Before he beat any of these fighters. You know, this is not recent. This is years ago. So you can't even compare. You know, Danny Garcia's gotten a lot better. He's more mature. He got more experience underneath his belt and shit like that. So he's a completely different fighter. He's a Fighting 2 fighter. But to sit there and say, you know, Ashley competed with Danny Garcia, that's why he's a good fighter. Nah, Adrien is expected to win this fight. It's expected. It depends on the training camps and shit like that, how it goes. But at the end of the day, skillfully, I think Problem Broner's going to win this fight. Hands down. Now, as far as, is he going to stop him? No, I don't think he's going to stop him. You know, I think Theophane definitely, you know, he's a decent fighter. I wouldn't be surprised if Broner's not prepared for this fight and he's taking Theophane lightly and Theophane just completely wins unanimous decision. You know, I don't think Theophane's going to knock him out. I don't think the Problem Broner's going to knock him out early. I think Broner is going to win the fight, unanimous decision, but I don't think he's gonna finish it that early. You know, but as far as Broner's resume and stuff like that, like I said, he's lost to Marcus Maidana. He's lost to Sean Porter. He's beaten Paulie Malignaggi. He's beaten Emmanuel Taylor, John Molina Jr. He's beaten who else? Carlos Molina. So those fights, he looked really, really well. And like I said, he jumped up 2 weight classes and stuff like that. So that alone is a challenge of its own. You know, I'm actually pulling up to the boxing gym right now. That's actually Soul Box. And, you know, I'm training, you know, it's good for cardio and shit like that. I'm not competing or anything like that, but it's cool. But anyways, how do I see this fight going? Like I told you, unanimous decision. But as far as this whole drama between TMT and Adrien the Problem Broner and stuff like that, at the end of the day, you know, say what you want. You can say that Floyd's hating on you and whatever, but Floyd's been helping him out. This is the way I see it. You know, this is coming from my perspective. You know, I think, you know, as far as the last video that Floyd came out, as far as rebuttal, I thought Floyd was bigger than that. I'm pretty sure that he shouldn't have entertained that conversation. But like I said before, the reason he's entertaining that conversation, maybe he has something brewing that we don't know. Maybe he's trying to line up another fight. Maybe. I think he's too smart to go ahead and respond to Broner's ignorance and immaturity and stuff like that, calling out on social media. But, you know, hostility sells and it keeps you relevant and things like that. And it keeps, you know, the fire burning when it comes to friendly competition. But it is what it is. But anyways, guys, how do I see this fight going down? Like I said, I see Adrien the Problem Broner winning unanimous decision. But I won't be surprised if Ashley gives him some problems. But anyways, guys, this is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. From course, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. How you see this fight happening. Do you think Broner could possibly lose this fight? But let me show you the boxing gym real quick. Here we go. Hold on one sec. Here you go. There you go. I'm actually going over there right now. Good boxing gym. Real cool people and shit like that. But anyways, have a good one. Subscribe. Take it easy. Bye-bye.